Man. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, hello.
It's your host. I was about to say my old username, Classics of Philosophy, and I'm here with a collaboration of
J Mello.
J Mello. God bless, God bless.
Or
and,
Joseph Mello, depends on how you're seeing it
Yep.
on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, just been a while. Just trying to release more, create more, and open dialogue is about adding fuel to the fire, keeping the ambition alive, and understanding that in order to create and live more, you got to be willing to take more risks, burn, and climb harder.
So there's this guy that he talked, Alex Harmonzi, and then there's a lab where there was 3 rats where it was one rat where he had to run away from the cat. The second rat, he had to chase the cheese, and then the third rat had to run away from the cat but also chase the cheese equally. And they saw which one, they put a little string to the tail and saw which one pulled the hardest. The tail of how much it pulled was seeing how much force that the rat produced, which means how much motivation technically and how much a man will do shows. The rat that was equally running away from his fears but chasing his goals pulled the most, which means that you have to run away from something so much that you hate that you don't have any other option, which is a sad thing to say, where like whatever you hate or whatever that your insecurities, depression, anxiety, the people you hate or the person that you want to be, you have to run away from that as much as possible. Like whatever your fear is or your insecurity, for me it's like the insecurity that I have is I will never be enough. I always have to create something because I always have an insecurity that I can never be somebody. So with that insecurity, I always have to make a new video or a new documentary or something. And with that, I always want to be the best creative director. So it's that equal rat race where you have to run away but chase something at the very same time. And that's just kind of the idea where you just have to do.
I agree. I think it's also the same way with me. It's like a constant tug of war of like battling my self-esteem and my self-confidence. It's trying to understand that despite my flaws and my weaknesses, I have many strengths and high goals, high standards I have set for myself that I know I can achieve, that I know I am capable of achieving and being the best that I could be. But it's also dragging me down as well. The self-doubt, the confidence killer, everything. It's just like the weaknesses are magnifying as each time I look in the mirror. But I have to understand that every time I look at the sunrise, that is another day of me producing, creating, philosophizing, understanding and deeper understanding myself and the world around me. And I think that now it's not just going with the flow, but also adding fuel to the fire. Because we have to have an active lifestyle. Not a passive one, an active lifestyle. Not in a sense of like self-help or working out, but no, something that is willingly asking you, demanding of you to tear down your walls and rebuild them again. Not once, not twice, but many times over until you have a fortress, a kingdom, and eventually a dynasty. Because I think to myself, I'm not living up to the standards that everyone sees me in. I don't see myself in the same light that everyone sees me in. But every time I talk to my bro Mello or my best friends up in UCF, and I think, man, they right. Because I look back at my old journals, I have fat stacks of journals sitting in my room. It's like, I did that. That's years upon years of deep introspection, self-reflection, and character growth. And I know that I have many more to go, but it requires me to add more fuel to the fire, for me to live more actively and to take more risks. Because eventually, I know I'm going to pass on this earth. And I know I'm going to leave behind a legacy. That is the goal. That is the vision I have set for myself. And I know that I will stop at nothing until I have achieved it. But I know it's not going to be easy. It is certainly not going to be easy. I remember Mello saying that it's basically it's like one long track race, a 400-meter race, 400-hurdle-meter race. You got to start out strong at the first hurdle, but you got to keep the pace near the 250. And then the last 100, yo, it's all out. Let's see if you can make it. Let's see if you can push through and make it to the first place. And that's eventually how I see my life and all our lives as creatives, as intellectuals, and as musicians, artists, people who are striving to be better and greater than themselves. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You got anything to add, Mello?
I think one last thing where I met a lot of people where they say that they're afraid to fail, and to be quite honest with you, you have to change the perspective of it's fun to fail. Like, it sucks, but it's actually fun in a way of how else are you supposed to learn. Like, to be quite honest with you, when I first started doing the documentaries or my videos, they sucked. Like, they were terrible. Exposure, film, you could barely even see the person in front of the camera. But now I've been able to understand how to focus, but it's also, why are you afraid to fail? Like, what is the mental idea of somebody telling you, like, it's a bad idea to fail? Like, why? You just have to be okay with failing, but also understand that the same people who are in the same journey as you are also equally failing. There's no one that will not fail in whatever journey that they're doing. And because you're also failing, there is equal opportunity and hope in knowing that everybody fails in their own thing. Like, if you see Elon Musk, multiple of his rocket ships blow up. That's billions of dollars wasted. Yet he keeps sending rocket ships up into space, knowing that hopefully one of the rocket ships will just fly, land, whatever it's trying to do. You just have to be okay, but also be happy that because you failed means that you still reach a objective that you don't know how to break. Just because you fail doesn't mean that it is a wasted time, but a bridge that you just have to just what's it called, overcome, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just have to, okay, I failed, but that's good, because that just means, hey, you just have to either study a little bit more, understand how to just run a little bit faster, or whatever your endurance that you're trying to beat is. This is a objective that I have to beat, which means it's part A to part C or part B of whatever dreams that you're trying to chase, which is good, because that means that you're trying. And the best thing that you could do is try, to be quite honest with you, because what else is there not to do?
Yep.
This life is low-key boring, and you gotta just try. Like, that's the only thing that I could say that you could do is the popo.
One time.
That's the only thing that I could say is just try. Just please try.
Yep.
That's the only thing that I could say is
Winning is sometimes an intermission, but losing is sometimes beautiful. That's all I gotta say. And,
yeah.
That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope to see you guys in the next video. More content will be dropped in the coming future. Godspeed.
All right.